In the statutory details screen, you have to enter the mandatory details which is required for generating this e-way bill. Here you can see this configuration. Here you have to enable the consolidation e-way bill detail, yes, and by showing the consigner detail as yes. So showing this consigner detail to update your company address detail. And the next step will be you'll get this additional detail that is sales taxable. Here in this e-way bill details, you'll have this e-way bill number, date, subtype, and document type. And when it comes to the from, that is consigner, to consigner details to the consignee details, here the bill from will include consigner, name, GSTIN number, state, and address 1 and address 2, and the place and pin code will be given here for the dispatch from. And the consignee will be one who purchased it. So, bill to consignee name GSTIN number or state number or UIN number or state, and then address 1, address 2 will be taken, and the place will be entered, and the pin code will be taken. So this will be for shipping to where this address package is delivered, and later the transporter details will be also taken. So the mode will be what type of road, railway, and transporter name will be taken, vehicle number, and dock or RR or airway number will be taken, and the distance in kilometers, and transporter ID and vehicle type and date will be considered. So it is in the blue thing, single star indicates a mandatory field. If it is a double star, if road is in the mode of transport, either transporter ID or a vehicle number has to be entered along with the date will be entered. So this is the additional detail for the sales taxable. This is how the screen will be shown. And the next step is if the goods are transported in different modes or a vehicle, you have to press Control plus T, that is T is equals to transporter details, and you have to enter the transportation details. Like the mode will be railway, road, or whatever here, and the distance had to be entered, and the name, transporter ID, vehicle number, vehicle type, and a dock, like any airway numbers, and the date and the place of change and the state of change, and reason will be taken, and remark will also be considered. This is how, when if you need any details related to the transporter, you have to press it on Control T, and then you have to accept the transporter details screen. And the next will be pressing the enter to accept the invoice. The exported details of e-way bill screen appears. Your exporting details of e-way bill will be format, export location, output file name, open exported folder. All will be considered in this exporting details for e-way bill. If you enter press enter to accept the invoice, the export will be yes or no. If you click it on yes, it will be entered. And the next step will be press enter to create a JSON file. This folder is in which the JSON is created now appears. And by uploading this JSON file to portal to generate the e-way bill, it is on the next chapter. We'll just analyze it later. And then after uploading this JSON file, this is how the JSON file will be shown in the portal while generating the e-way bill, same as I told shown in the previous slide, that is this one. So here you can see it clearly, all the sales taxable details, e-way bill details, consignor details and consignee details, and transporter details will be given. So you have to enter to the invoice in Tally ERP9, entering the e-way bill number and e-way bill date and update the e-way bill information screen. So these are the 9 steps you will consider it as a record invoice with a detailed requirement for e-way bill and create JSON. This is how the second step, subs section steps will be involved in it. To go brief into it, the first step is, in a simple way, you can say it as record an invoice. In ERP, Tally ERP9, you have to create a sales or a purchase invoice by navigating to the gateway of Tally and select the accounting voucher and select your fate and sales in it, or F9 you can consider it. If it is a sales invoice, you have to click it on F8. If it is a purchase invoice, you have to click it on F9. Enter the required invoice detail, which includes party details. That is, you have to enter the name and the GSTIN of a party, and item details had items being sold or purchased along with HSN or HSN code, quantity, and a rate. And then you have to enter the details for tax details also. Ensure that GST is calculated correctly based on the state and nature of the transaction. And when it comes to the transport details, you have to enter the transport details such as mode of transport, distance, vehicle, number, etc. After this, the second step will be record this e-way bill details. While recording this invoice, you may be prominent to add or enter additional e-way bill details. If the Tally ERP9 is configured for e-way bill, you have to enter the required details such as transport type, distance, and vehicle number. And you have to save the invoice. Once all the details are entered, then you have to export the invoice and JSON will be created. Here, to create this JSON file from the invoice, you can export the invoice detail in JSON format. From the invoice screen, choose the print invoice. If the print screen, look for an option to export the invoice. Choose the export format as JSON and specify the location where you want to save the file. After configuring the export setting, export the invoice as to a JSON file. You have to click on a JSON file. Once the JSON file is created, you have to open it in a text editor to verify the information. Make sure all the required details for e-way bill are included, such as party details, item details, and transported details. Submit this JSON file to e-way bill portal. You can upload the JSON file to e-way bill portal to generate an e-way bill. Log into an e-way bill portal and navigate to the option for uploading a JSON file. Following the instruction to upload the file and generate this e-way bill, these are the 9 steps you're going to record an invoice with the necessary details for an e-way bill and create a JSON file for a submission to the e-way bill portal. The next step will be step to generate an e-way bill on a e-way bill portal. So, as I told you, the first step will be you have to visit this eWay bill portal. Go to the official eWay bill portal, that is https://ewaybillgst.gov.in or https://eWaybill.nice.in. You can log in through any of this website or official eWay bill portal. So after that you have to log in. Log in with your credentials such as GSTIN and password. If you have not registered, you will need to complete the registration process first. And then navigate to generate this eWay bill. Once you have logged in, Navigate to the e-way bill section. Click on generate this e-way bill to start the process, and then you have to enter the invoice or a channel details. If fill the invoice or a channel details, include the following information like document type. It can be invoice, channel, credit, note, etc. Then document number and date will be taken. From and to address will be filled, and this GSTIN for the supplier and recipient will be filled, and the item details such as product name, HSN code, quantity, unit, and value will be considered. And when it comes to the tax details such as CGST, SGST, and IGST, if applicable, you have to fill it. And later, the next step will be transport details. You have to enter this transport details such as like mode of transport. It can be road, railway, air, or a sea. After that, the distance in kilometer will also be taken, and the transporter name and ID will be also entered, and the vehicle number if applicable. After entering the transport detail, you have to submit the form. After entering all the required details such as um, transport details, invoice or channel details, or navigate to generate e-way bill details, all this you have to submit this form. The system will validate the information and generate an e-way bill, and later you have to download and print this e-way bill. Once the e-way bill is generated, you can download and print it for your record. Provide a copy of e-way bill to the transporter if necessary. Then you have to share this e-way bill with the recipient and the transporter as needed. Ensure that the e-way bill accompanies the goods during transportation. So you have to follow these steps. You can generate this e-way bill on a e-way bill portal for the transportation of goods as required by regulations. So these are the basic steps you have to understand. Let's go brief into this steps to generate this e-way bill on a e-way bill portal. So the first step will be log into the e-way bill system. That is, as I told, there are two websites you can officially log in into any of this. Enter the username, password, and capture code, or click on login. If it is already registered, you have to click on login. If you are going to create a new one, you have to enter the username, password, and capture code. And the next step will be click on generate new under e-way bill. So option appears on the left hand side of the dashboard. In this you can see that when you click on this e-way bill, you will have to select the generate new in it. And the third step will be choose your JSON file to upload an e-way bill portal. So you can see in the screen your this e-way bill system includes bulk upload and generate e-way bill. That is, it includes upload file, and chosen file will be given, and you have to upload it and generate or exist. Then once you upload it, it will show it in the below. It will show below that file itself. So you can see in the second screen, and after that you have to click on generate, and it will generate an unique e-way bill number for you. So once it is generated, the unique e-way bill number will be generated for you. As you can see in the last box, number of items, e-way bill number, and date and time, and valid till date, and e-way bill status and the errors. And the next step will be edit your bill to input e-way bill number and date for printing purpose. So here you'll have a sales taxable. So you are going to prepare a sales invoice, right? So you'll have an additional detail of it. So here it includes e-way bill detail, consignor detail from and consignor detail to, and the transporter detail. As I told in the above slides itself, this e-way bill details include e-way bill number, consolidated e-way bill number, subtype, status of e-way bill, and date, document type, everything. When it comes to the consignor, the bill from the consignor name, GSTIN, state, address, place, and state. Address will be considered for the dispatch from. And then when it comes to the consignee details, here the bill to consignee name, SG, GSTIN number, state, and the address will be considered for the shipping to with the detailed address, full address with the place, state, and pin code. And when it comes to the transporter detail, it will includes mode, transporter name, vehicle number, and airway number, and distance, transporter ID, vehicle type, and date. Yeah, all this includes in transporter details. Once you edit your sale bill to input e-way bill number, you have to enter it for printing purpose. And the last step will be print the invoice with e-way bill number. The first step will be click P print in the voucher printing screen. So here will be few steps to print the invoice with the e-way bill number. As I told, after setting up everything and recording the invoice and creating the JSON file, everything, at last you have to print the invoice with e-way bill number, and the screen will be applied in the Tally ERP9 will be as you can see in the screen. So here the standard sales configuration will be the heading, the title of document should be entered, and the when it comes to the general, print in simple format, print customer signature, print complete mail details, print address in a continuous line, print bank details, all will be in a general form. If it is necessary, you can set it or alter it as yes. Item, when it comes to the item details, print quantity column, alternative quantity, print as a separate column, print actual quantity column, print rate column, print discount column, and additional description for a new item, item name. If it is important, you can, if it is necessary, you can set it as yes. If it is not necessary, you can set it as no. When it comes to the registration detail, it is very important to have the company PAN or income tax number and company tax region number, and party PAN or income tax number is not necessary, and buyer tax region number is necessary, and the buyer's CST region number is necessary. After that, the order and dispatch details should be considered, like you have to print order details, term of payment and details, delivery, and dispatch details will be set it as yes. When it comes to the statutory details, GST, year, before printing, you have to click F12 configure and then ensure that option print e-way bill number is set to be yes. Accept the invoice print configuration screen. So you can see here in this everything will be set, that is general, item details, registration details, order and dispatch detail is all basic. If it is important, you can set it as alternative. If you want any new thing, you can set it as yes. But in this statutory detail, it is very important that you have to ensure the option print e-way bill number to set it as yes. So print company GSTIN number is should be printed, so you have to consider it as yes. And buyer GSTIN number should be taken. Item wise GST details should be taken. GST analysis of items, HSN code details should be printed, and GST of percentage column is not important, and print GST in column is important. Print state name and state code is important, and print tax invoice in base currency is not important, and the place of supply is also not necessary. And the tax amount for export invoice is important, and print e-way bill number you have to set it as yes is very important. And bond details is important, you have to print it. So this is how, when you press F12 for more options, you'll have it here. So you have to accept the invoice print configuration screen. And the next step will be press enter to print the invoice. The invoice looks like this as in shown in the screen itself. The address will be taken, and the way you need to print the invoice, you can consider it as, if you want this column, you can give it as yes. If you don't need, you can give set it as no. But print e-way bill number is very important, so you need to set it as yes. Other than that, you can choose however you need it as per your wish. So this is how this invoice e-way bill will be printed. So you can see everything clearly. So this is how you're going to set up an e-way bill, or generate this e-way bill in Tally ERP9, and how to record this invoice in Tally ERP9, and how to generate it and how to print it. Everything is detailed in this slide, so you can go through it once. Thank you.